So welcome to my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel PvP video. If you're new to the channel because you've joined because of Master Duel, we prefer to do live play kind of videos, right? Rather than strictly duel replays. If you're familiar with Duel Links, that's kind of the content that's kind of the standard on YouTube. We're going in with the one, the only Dark Magician, because it is my birthday. So I thought, you know what? We'll go in with the first deck I made and celebrate my birthday by playing my favorite deck from Duel Links in the TCG. Now, the problem with Master Duel, right, is that we have a ban list that's based on the OCG, the newest OCG list, which means Dragoon is banned. So this deck is infinitely worse than it could be. We're missing support from Battle of Chaos that releases next month in the TCG regions. In the OCG, it's been out for, what, six months now, around that kind of time? And so that adds a ton of new support, some ritual support, that really turns the whole strategy of that deck upside down. So I'm really looking forward to when we eventually get that in probably like, I don't know, June or something. But we're playing against a duelist who is running Machinas. Okay, Machina. This should be fun because I believe they can FTK, but I don't think this is the FTK build, right? So we have Re-Scavenger coming down as a rare. We summon your defense, setting one card face down. Anything else for the turn? 2 cards face down. Okay. Can we top deck a Lightning Storm? That would be incredible. No. But we got Maxx. Now, this build I'm playing, I've had 2 wins so far in a row, I believe it is, and it's new for Maxx in this deck. I didn't have it when I was playing for like the majority of day 1, but I do now, and it's a bit 50-50 on whether, like, this deck really does benefit from it. We're going to be setting an Eternal Soul directly from the deck, which is great, but we also draw a 1-off navigation. Oh, are you kidding me? Imperial Order? Every time you think you're safe, your opponent has an Imperial Order. That's the one downside to this deck, is the vast majority of its cards are indeed spells. This is a bit of the weird thing that I'm not too familiar with here as to why this resolves under IO. I'm not sure why, but that might just be me being a bit of an idiot. So let's go and do our souls, and of course we'll grab a DM into the graveyard. I'm going to special summon him out as well, assuming this doesn't get negated by something. You can discard one of those land, during opponent's turn, quick effect, target machine you control, special summon a Machina from your deck, a different name. We're going to Maxx, because I think we're going to need this value here. We need this value here more so than we need on his turn. That's what I believe, so hopefully that pays off. But, you know, a Lightning Storm or Raigeki isn't going to do much in the face of an Imperial Order. In 4, Machina Fortress, okay, that's fair enough. We're going to special summon out to our field, the Dark Magician. So this is a, you know, if you've been playing Duel Links, this is a Duel Links mini box matchup basically right now. So Machina Fortress is, if this causes draw a bats in the graveyard, type 1 card opponent controls, destroy that target. Okay. Do I do it just for the draw 1? I feel like you do. Because under IO, we're not going to get very far. So we've got to try and like risk here the draw 1, because we can do it in the graveyard, which is really, really nice. So let's go Soul Server that. In for a draw 1. That should work, assuming that I remember correctly. In for Magicalized Fusion. Okay, so we can go into a Link Spider and then not do much from there. Navi face down is not going to do much either. He'll do that. He'll pay us 700 for his Imperial Order, of course he will. Just an easy free win card. If we had Magician's, you know, Apprentice Illusion, we could have gone into a Knightmare Phoenix, and then popped that with the Phoenix, and then we could have done a bit more. Going straight to the battle phase, okay, going to be crashing right in, that's fine. And then we'll see what he targets. I assume he's going to just straight up target the Eternal Soul. I think that's what you would do. He's going for the navigation. And then Re-Scavenger in the graveyard is going to do what? Add this card to the hand. Okay, fair enough. You've just given me a free spell cast, a free spell negate. That's even though, or a trap negate. Wait, this will make the IO dead. We might genuinely have a play here, but I'm not sure. Summon out the Re-Scavenger. Going to be discarding to special summon back out the Fortress. That's not fun. And sending one other card in the back row as well. So, oh, that'd have been so good if we could use it, but we can't. So IO is going to pay 700, that's fine. We're then going to play down Magical Circle. Then I'm sure he's going to be a bit confused. So then we're going to go and play our Eternal Soul, which is going to allow us to special summon out a Dark Magician. I'm just going to put this on just in case there's some weird thing with the timing and the toggling, because that would really hurt. Going for the Machina Overdrive. Target a machine you control, special machine with a different name, premium hand or deck. And if you do destroy the target monster, okay, fair enough. Ooh, has he got one that on summon does a pop? Because that's pretty rough if he does. I am all over the place with these names. Machina Citadel, though, coming down. Quick effect, target machine you control, destroy it, and all monster controls attack less than equal to it. Oh boy. That is no fun. That is no fun. In for the Dark Magician. Right, and here we go Dark Magical Circle. So this would then destroy itself and then end up popping that. So here we go for you. And that should be fine, yeah? And then navigation. Come in and chain to negate the order. And hopefully that works. But he might go and Citadel pop, actually, to try and dodge it. Okay, that's going to go through. Banish that, that's fine. And then we'll go Bonds. Now here's where things get a little bit funny. Cause we can board nuke him. But he can then just target Citadel and then blow everything up anyway. Yeah, we're gonna set a card, we're gonna immediately set a copy of Dark Burning Magic. And then, oh, this is a tough one. Are you going to do it preemptively? You are, okay. Fair enough. Ooh, that is not very nice. Because that's going to banish in the graveyard. Oh no, we have a thing, that's fine. That is fine. So we can go Magicalized in for our DM Fusion, because Dharma should go in the graveyard now. She's kind of out of action until we see a Magician of Souls, but I'm not going to rely on seeing the souls. So we're going to put her out of action. Unfortunately, that does mean that the spell card is now dead on our field, which is kind of annoying, but we do now have some draw power for when he plays some trap cards that can get us into Impermanence, or into a Maxx, or into an Ash Blossom, which is really nice. Now, the Dark Magicians, it isn't going to float into a Dark Magician Girl, which is the only annoying bit about it. But I think that's fine. Right, and then attack him DM. And then that should be fine. Now the question is, do I want to do anything here with DM here? Do I want to go to main phase 2? And do I want to get rid of it for something so next turn I can play Eternal Soul and bring out a DM? Oh, that is risky. That is so risky. I'm gonna do it. And I always do this. I always make the stupidest mistakes for this. So we're gonna make a stupid mistake together in for the Knightmare Phoenix. And then we're going to on summon activate the effect. Going to discard Lightning Storm, and we're just going to yoink that Imperial Order out of here. Sorry, boy, that's going. If you're gonna want to set face down, then you're just a better player. But for the moment, I think we're in a very, very good spot, assuming he doesn't have any way to blow out the Eternal Soul. That is the only thing we can hope for right now. Is no way to blow out Eternal Soul. In the graveyard, activating the Machina, what was that card called? Machina Overdrive. Banish this card and type 3 machines in the graveyard. Shuffle them into your deck, then draw 1 card. Okay, fair enough. So, judging by what he's doing, I don't think he has any form of removal. But if you drew into it, then that's pretty big. But that back row, what could that back row be? It's not a torrential. Summoning into Machina Possestra, which is when it's on special, type Machina in the graveyard, and special in defense mode. I'm saying Machina, I've watched too much Decade. I've watched too much Decade, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh wait, no, this has an effect. This has an effect that can return my Eternal Soul back to my hand. Please do something else. Don't, please mess up a little bit, right? I should have read that part of the card. Monster Reborn, okay. That is good. Because either way, I think he has in his graveyard, he has the big Machina Citadel. Oh no. Ooh. Bringing that back as well. That is rough. That is rough. I think we risk it, right? because we've got to survive this turn. I do want to reread the Machina Citadel. Quick bit of time machine, you control, destroy, and all monster in control, so attack less than equal to it, and that's fine. And you can special this card, okay. So, I believe here we get rid of this. It can target and bounce this back to our hand. We don't really want that to happen. And then if he wants to, he can destroy his own Citadel and then blow everything up. That's fine. But I just don't want Eternal Soul going. Which is why DM is a real glass cannon deck. It lives or dies by one single card, assuming you don't have the Dragon Knight combo. It lives or dies by Eternal Soul. Gonna be successfully banishing that, that's great. And now let's see what he does. He's going to scoop it up. Apparently, he had no way of winning that. When I think... Then again, actually no, if he didn't have anything attacked in next turn, then yeah, he would have been banished next turn by resummoning it. So yeah, that makes sense. But let's go in for one more duel, I think. I think one more duel is gonna be enough for the live play videos. We're gonna cut them down, of course, into something a little bit more watchable. Today he's playing a... How many card deck is that? That is a 35 card... Okay, 40 card deck, that's fine. Pretty standard. We've drawn the Imperm. That's pretty good. If we drew an Ash or a Maxx, that'd have been better. But you love to see it when people are setting one card and passing. Yeah, that's not really what we wanted to see in terms of our duels, but that's fine. I'll take an easy win. The ordering is still something I'm kind of I'm not too confident on, honestly. Even though I've played Dark Magician so much, when you have like a Rod and a Souls and a Soul Servant, it gets a little bit confusing to work out which one you do first to try and optimally go through your deck and see the cards you want to see. Let's see, do you have the Ash? You have the Imperm, okay. So you're gonna negate the column as well. That's funny to remember that because I have Impermed myself. So let's go and we'll do Soul Summon DM, and then we'll do Soul Servant, put the, yeah, well that's fine. So let's go Magician Souls. Gonna go and, do I want to summon DM out or not? No, I don't. I'll just special summon this card, right? Yeah, we'll summon this card out. We'll put a DM in the graveyard, that's fine. And then, that's okay, we'll summon you in defense, that's entirely fine. We'll then go Soul Servant, and then we'll go and put the Dark Magical Circle to the top of the deck, because that's kind of the easiest thing to do right now. Let's grab the circle, and then we'll draw into it with our... I love that you can use that draw effect and that, you know, and the putting the card on top of the deck at the same turn. That's really big. Oh, how have you got... You have the Ash Blossom as well. Okay, fair enough. Gonna stop me in my tracks right there. That's fine. Now, we could go into... We do actually want to make Selene after this, so let's go and go into a battle. And then let's go in a Magician's Rod, attack for 16. That's fine. And then we're going to go and make Selene with our Rod. Now, you might be thinking, what is the point of doing this? Well, Rod in the graveyard, when you activate a spell trap card, you can trigger its effect to tribute a spellcaster to run it back to your hand. So, you link it off into something like Artemis, a link 1, and then when we play one of our 3 trap cards, which we're definitely going to do next turn either way, right? We either play an Eternal Soul, or we're going to negate with Impermanence, and we just get our boy to search another card back to our hand, which makes that Dark Magical Circle even more valuable on our next turn. So, it's pretty straightforward, but sending one Imperm could be literally anything. Harpy's Feather Duster. Oh, that is not fun. Use the effect of Rod in the graveyard. Come on. Yes, we can. Okay. I love it works this way. I love that it gives you the option before things blow up to actually do this. And then we'll get rid of our gal, and add him back to the hand. Our Rod's in hand for next turn. We can get some searching off. That is very, very nice. We did just lose 2 of our main, literally our only two Eternal Souls in our entire deck. And of course, he's playing Tri-Brigade. So, this should be fun to try and out a Tri-Brigade board that just outed my entire board in one single card. So yeah, this should be fun having the Tri-Brigade thing saved in the kit. Kit's effect in the graveyard going to be sending a Tri-Brigade card from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, fair enough. Sending out a copy of another copy of Fractal, and then summoning out the Keras in the hand, banishing 1, 2 to special summon out Tri-Brigade Bearbrum, the Link monster. Okay, these guys go into a very, very big, very, very scary Link 4. eventually into Tri-Brigade Ferrigite, which the Link 4 is not to be messed with, but it's very, very easy to obtain. It's in the selection pack, sorry. So if you went into that pack, you very likely have a tier 1 meta deck very early on. But he's not going to be doing much with it, attacking with the Ferrigite, that's fine. Only one back row though, which is kind of nice. The Magical Circle is fine. I'm going to go Magician's Rod into a Soul Servant. I think that's the best play here. Is get a Soul Servant, then put Magician's Souls on top of the deck so we can then summon out a DM, get a banish off. I think that is the correct... I think that's the correct play. And then, yeah, we go Soul Servant, go and put the DM on top of the deck, not DM, the Souls on top of the deck. Grab this, draw into this, and then hopefully he doesn't have a response in the back row. That would be really nice. Let's go Dark Magical Circle and see if we can draw into the bonds between your students. That'd be insane, but we can't. We just draw into another copy of Dark Magical Circle, which is fine. Our next two cards looking pretty cool though. Magicalized Raigeki. I think I'm going to go for Raigeki. That probably will be the more optimum one to go for in this situation. And then Souls, we can use Souls to special summon out a DM from our graveyard. Oh, we can send a Dark Magician Girl actually, because we've already got a DM in our graveyard, right? So we can do that. And then summon into, if we're allowed to summon into it. Definitely has something there. So let's see what happens here. And then Dark Magical Circle, gonna come in. I wanna probably hit the back row, I assume. I'm not too familiar with the Tri-Brigade matchup. In for Tri-Brigade Revolt. This card is insane. It gets you all of your monsters back out and goes into the big Link 4. Fair enough. Fair enough. Because immediately after it resolves, you just Link Summon. So you do this before anything happens, right? So either way, even if you didn't have, even if we banished Ferrigite, still, they would have gone into a Link 4. Which is crazy. It's crazy that you can do that this easily with this deck. The literally like one card, right? The one card Fractal made this happen. Which is insane. So we have Tri-Brigade Shrig, which is going to banish one card on the field. Nice. And that should be it's a once per turn effect on each of them, that's fine. So, probably going to get my Dark Magician banished, yeah. That was pretty obvious. Now, Nerval on the graveyard activating as well. Going to add a Tri-Brigade monster, adding a Fractal back to hand. We're now not in a very good spot. Oh, that's annoying, that's annoying. Alright, get in my turn. Gonna be linking all three off into the one, the only Access Code Talker. And from there it's just GG, right? You can just dismantle my entire board, attack in, have a very, very big access code if you really wanted to. Yeah, I don't think there's any coming back from this, especially because I believe they can then also bring things back from the graveyard. So you can see the bit of the power gap between Dark Magician and Tri-Brigade. There's quite a bit of it. This music is so good, by the way. It's just so good. Going to battle, going to be swinging into my Rod, 47 to the face. It's not great. Main phase 2, end phase. Let's see. I don't believe there's anything we can top deck that can actually win the situation. Ooh. I am so confused at just what just happened. But on the plus side, we did just finish the Battle Pass in literally 2 days since release. That is insane. So since that last duel was a bit of a weird one in terms of winning, I thought why not go over one of my recent replays that I think went pretty well. And this is versus Salamangreat. A deck I haven't played against in a very long time, but he sets 2, summons out Foxy. Foxy's going to reveal 3. He's going to be adding the Will of the Salamangreats to his hand, which gets him a special summon. And we opened kind of alright, right? You know, this ain't terrible. He's going to go into Balinx, kind of standard combo here. Summon into Balinx. And then he's going to use Balinx to search out for the field spell, Salamangreat Sanctuary. Which is really good, because that then lets him do his whole shtick of Reincarnation Link Summon, where he can use his own monsters, and then Link Summon them back out again. Which is fine. Going to be going into a copy of the one, the only, Solo Wolf. which, this as a board is okay, right? He's got 2 mysterious back rows, he's got a Sunlight Wolf, it's decently big, 18 attack, and he's got 2 act cards in hand. He can have anything. So, our turn, what do? We draw Dark Magician Girl. We're going to first activate our Salvation. That's going to get us Eternal Soul, setting us up nice and nicely. Apprentice going to be discarding Dark Magician Girl, and he's going to hit us with the Salamangreat Roar, which is a negate. So we're going to be negated, but that is fine. We've got 1 card in our grave already. Our illusion dies, unfortunately, but then we do get our summon of Rod searching out for Circle, and Circle going to activate. No, we're going to go for Magicalized Fusion. I forgot about this. Going into the Dark Magicians in our graveyard using our 2 level 6 spellcasters in for the Dark Magicians, which then of course will get a benefit of our Circle going to Soul Servant, and then of course we're going to blank Soul Servant to add a card to our deck, our Souls, then we're going to draw that with the effect of our Dark Magicians, and then we can just go off from here. Souls, pitch to the graveyard, special DM, and then the Dark Magical Circle comes in, and it's going to banish the face down back row. It's another Roar, another negate, that is fine. We can add back a Soul Servant and set our skill drain, and from here is where things get a little bit funky, right? Because I could have won way earlier, I think, if I'd have interrupted at my next convenience, but of course we're going to go in for the Selene play. We're going to summon Selene, so next turn when we play, or when we hope to play, our Eternal Soul, we can then trigger off the Rod and then get a search back off. So we're going to go for Silent Mining, going to send out a Lightning Storm we can't use in for a Gazelle. That's limited to 1, I believe, in this game, so that's fine. Going to trigger off our draw, drawing from an Ash Blossom, which we're going to hold, I believe. For a little while, he does get rid of our Dark Magical Circle, which now makes our, our Eternal Soul so much less useful. Going into another copy of Sunlight Wolf, and then going to be triggering the effect of Gazelle in hand, special summon itself out. Gazelle going to be doing a search, but we're going to chain the Ash Blossom, I believe, in this moment. No, we're not, okay. That's just not what it does, apparently. I'm confusing myself. Yep, Gazelle going to be coming down, going to be sending Spinny, I believe, to the graveyard. And then we're going to be adding back the Roar, which scared me a little bit, right? Because I knew that he could then use it to negate my Eternal Soul, and then blow up the entire board. Then he's going to be Exceed summoning into Mirage Stallion. Here we go. Mirage Stallion now, of course, does have a Surge effect, going to be using the Ash Blossom to negate that, which is always good to hold your Ash for the right time, and this was the right time, because then he's going to go and Link Summon into a Link 3 in for the Decode Talker. And from here, we're going to play Skill Drain and lock down that Decode Talker. It can't do anything. He has 1 card in hand. He has a Salamangreat Roar face down that requires a Salamangreat to use, and he's not going to be able to do anything. We're going to chain our Emission's Rod, going to get rid of our Selene, add it back to our hand, and from there, the duel is pretty much locked down. So yeah, Dark Magician can compete under the correct circumstances. It's not as good as it would be with Dragoon or with the support from Battle of Chaos, but that will come eventually sometime down the line. And what good would be a deck video without a quick look at the deck at the end of the video? This deck is very, very ultra rare heavy, of course, with the things like the Maxx, the Ash Blossoms, just even the core cards of the deck, right? Dark Magician, Magician's Souls, Soul Servant, I believe, also the Dark Magicians. Yeah, they're all ultra rare cards. So it does get pretty expensive pretty quickly, which is why my extra deck isn't really that great in terms of link monsters, right? Because I wouldn't be running Defender of the Labyrinth if I didn't have to. If I didn't need to fill a slot, because I couldn't afford cards, because I need to go for the staple cards and for the main core. So in my recommendation, right, I think when you first start an account, you should probably decide to go for a competitive deck, and then go and build your guilty pleasure deck, right? Your for fun deck, because that is what this is. And doing it that way means that you can be using your competitive deck to grind out ranked, to get more gems, and then to eventually just go in and get this done, right? You have all the staples already, right? You have your Maxx, you have your Ash Blossoms, you have your Impermanence, and then you can go in and get the core of this. But this is pretty straightforward for pure Dark Magician, right? You can run it with Tenyi, with Dogmatic or Invoked, you can do all that. I don't really want to touch that today, maybe in the future, but that is my my list, of course. There'll be a full card list down below in the description, hopefully, so if you do not know any of the cards, that'll be there for you. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Master Duel video, which should be tomorrow, I think. See you then.